Hey, booth. Hey. So, y'all know I'll be talking about how the churches just don't be churching no more. And I personally just don't trust anything or anybody. I feel like everything is low key a cult and they all just want your money. But we ain't talking about churches. Today, we talking about the pastor of a church. So, this girl done told her story and titled it Surviving the Pastor. Okay, now you know this got to be juicy. So, let's get into it.
This story time have been taking a long time. I really had to pray about it, fast about it, and all that about telling it before I told it because I was still in the process of healing. But now I'm ready to tell it. So let's play. Put a finger down. We're gonna start with it. So put a finger down if you have dated a Sagittarius. Put a finger down if you have dated a pastor, a compulsive liar. Put a finger down if you have dated a manipulator. Put a finger down if you have dated a womanizer. I'm gonna be adding pictures and videos and text messaging and all that, cause maybe y'all can help me catch the red flags what I missed, cause I missed a lot of them. But as I started to process the story over and over again in my head, I'm like, God, I missed that, I missed this, I missed that. But anyway, we live, we learn, keep going. By the grace of God, thank you. He got me through this. So we're just gonna name this story Surviving of the Pastor. So let's get into it. I had met this pastor. Let's just name him. Let's just say his name, Funny Mike. Pastor Funny Mike. I had met him during my cousin's funeral. My little cousin had passed and he did my little cousin's funeral. Remind y'all, I didn't even supposed to go to the funeral. Remember that, but I just ended up going because I'm like, let me just make it, because I don't really do funerals. I don't like going to funerals. So he had did the funeral like really, really good. Like, if you know, you know. He used to be able to reach the young people. He used to preach really good before he got messed up, whatever he got going on. So he preached the hell out that funeral. So at the end of the funeral, we all go outside and everybody mingling and all that. So I walks up to him and I'm like, oh, you did really good. You did the service really good. Where's your church? So he ended up telling me where his church was at. I was like, okay, I'm gonna come. He was like, okay, cool, I see you there. So the following Sunday, his church was close by my apartment. So I'm like, oh, this perfect. It's nearby. So that following Sunday, I ended up going to church. So he was like, oh my God, I can't believe you really came. People always say they're gonna come, but they never show up. But they never show up for real. So I ended up showing up or whatever. He had this little clothing line that said Hood and Holy. I'm jumping around, but I don't want the story to be so long, so I'm just gonna make it brief, as brief as I can. So as I started going to the church, like every Sunday I was there. Then we get to this one Sunday, probably I want to say it was like the third Sunday after meeting him. He told me about his clothing brand. Like, that's really nice, or whatever the case may be. So I ended up going to go get some shirts, a Himmer shirt made and Mill shirt made that said Hood and Holy. And I had brought it to the next Sunday service or whatever. I was like, you should start just selling them. And I had got us an example of a shirt made so we could take pictures to start selling them or whatever. So he was like, yeah, that's a good idea, this, that, and the third. He was like, let's go talk about it over lunch and go grab some shirts from Beautiful Highway. This place that I know because I used to sell them, but I'm going to start back so we can go grab lunch right there and talk about it. I'm like, okay, cool. So we end up going to lunch or whatever the case may be. And we was on a friendship level, so we started to get closer and closer and closer or whatever, because we just started hanging with each other like every day, all day. So fast forward to us hanging around each other. He had kids and I got kids. So we ended up starting to take our, I had just had a baby like 4 months ago. He had a baby like 4 months ago. Our children was the same age. So we ended up taking the kids out this day to the aquarium. He got his little boy, I got my little girl. So I'm like, okay, cool. Remind y'all, no girl in sight. We was together every day. So I'm like, okay, cool. He's single, this and the third. But we friends, but you know, I'm thinking like this, like, oh, maybe he can be my guy, this and the third. So now at this point, you might as well say we dang, because baby, we hanging. We hanging every day. He'll come meet me at my he'll come meet me. We'll probably get in one car, or we'll just meet at the place. And we just hanging. So end up taking the children out this day or whatever. So his baby mama called and was like, I hope you ain't got nobody around my son. Oh Lord, here you go. He start. So he was like, nah, I just took him to the aquarium, this and the third. The whole time we was at the aquarium, but he is around somebody. Like, so do y'all got something going on or not? Remind y'all though, I never asked him about nobody else because I ain't have a reason to, because nobody would call. So now I'm thinking in my head like, oh Lord, and I'm thinking this man single, he ain't single, he still with his baby mama. So now at this point, you know me, I don't hold nothing in. I asked. So I asked like, is you still with your baby mama? So he like, no, this, that, and the third, or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. I just let it be, let it go. And I just kept doing what I was doing. Cause remind y'all, oh, I never said y'all, I had just really got out of a breakup. So at this point of time, I was like a little bit single, a little lonely or whatever. So him hanging out and all that stuff, that was just bringing a little more excitement back in my life. Cause shit, I was just single as hell. Okay, but back to the story. Now she done started calling. So I asked him that. He was like, no, we ain't got to let that go or whatever. Back to us going on dates and stuff or whatever. I'm keep saying whatever because this is how I talk. 3 or 4 days passed by. The baby mama back calling without the baby being there. The baby mama back calling a lot, and another number keep calling too. So every time he'll answer the phone for them, he'll answer like with an attitude, like he annoyed or something like that. So I remind y'all, we still friends. So I'm like, you ain't got nothing to hide from me or whatever. So I'm like, why you so annoyed? Like every time they call, you so annoyed. He was like, they just get on my nerve. All they do is just call for them. They don't want them, this, that, and the third, or whatever. So I was like, well, who is the other girl keep calling? He was like, this girl. He said this at the time. This one his baby mom. This was another girl that was going to the church. So he was like, the girls. I'm like, why the hell you so annoyed with them if y'all ain't got nothing going on? He was like, cause they just be blowing up my phone, this and the third. So fast forward, the girl who was calling, not the baby mama, the other girl, we're just gonna call her Kiki, cause she gonna come back up too. So Kiki was calling or whatever. He stopped answering at this point. Then she texted and was like, cause we sitting in the car, so I could see the text message too. She texted him like, I was just wondering, was you coming over here tonight? Nigga, I'm thinking you single. Baby, you out here singling, mingling, dating, baby, introducing the kids. Baby, you just fulfilling the church. I don't know what you're doing at this point, baby. So I let that slide, and I go on. I'm like, okay, have a good day, and I go on the house, and like I ain't see it, but in my mind, I'm like, nigga, find somebody to play with. So I had them fell back a little bit or whatever the case may be. Should have caught that then. Should have went with my first mind then, like, nah, don't go no further with him. Like, just let him go and be, because at this point, y'all, I got out the last relationship I was in because he just kept cheating or whatever.
This man has literally given her multiple red flags, has given her multiple reasons to walk away and stay away. The baby mama drama is one reason. The anger issues over the baby mamas and just people calling in general, that's also a red flag. And he dating other people. Girl, this man got a lot going on. Not to mention, he just bringing his kids around you and anybody else already.
And I'm like, I'm not going to deal with fun white no more. I'm just going to fall back or whatever. Remind y'all, honey, please, we back to going on dates and all. So he ended up taking me, I want to say this part. He ain't have no girlfriend at first. This reflect on this part because it's going to come back up later. He didn't have no girlfriend at first, and he was not staying with the baby mama, but I'm thinking that him and the baby mama was still messing around, and him and this girl was messing around too. Remind y'all, I just had told y'all that the girl texted him like, I'm just wondering if you come over here tonight. So they showed me that he didn't stay with her at the time. And he also didn't stay with the baby mama because I heard a conversation like that too. So come to find out later on down the line, he stayed with his brother or whatever, who he been staying with since he had got out of jail. He had been out of jail for like 3 years now. So he was staying with the brother. This the brother who had him on track, because they're gonna come back up too, y'all. This is a long story. Y'all just got to work with me and stay with me through it. So the brother who had him on track, he was staying with, or whatever. So fast forward. So I had skipped a part on accident. When he moved in with the Kiki girl, he ended up moving in with the Kiki girl because I guess the brother, he was tired of being disciplined with the brother, because he started going out and all that with the Kiki girl, just started becoming too much. But I said I'm gonna catch all the red flags as I'm telling the story. That's why I had to go back to when he moved in with the Kiki girl, because in the midst of him staying with the Kiki girl, knowing you didn't want to stay, you didn't really want to be with her, or whatever the case may be. I don't know what it was, but he was just always call me, go in the bathroom and call me. Whatever she was doing, they'll go out. It used to be him, her, and her friends all the time. And let me just tell y'all something. When you got a man, balance that out. Have your time for your friends and have your time for your man, because that's very important. But anyway, when they used to go out or whatever, he'll leave her and he'll come to my house. Sometimes he'll go back with her. Sometimes he just stop answering the phone and I'll go back. And remind y'all, my last relationship, I got cheated on a lot or whatever. So I stopped being a girly girl. And I stopped caring about girls, because I felt like girls that care about me, they didn't spare me. So, but that was a red flag, because how he do her, he'll do you, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, it just eventually became too much. That's how we ended up stop talking for them couple of months. And I know at this point y'all wondering like why y'all ain't got together yet. That was the same thing I was wondering. I'm like, why you just want to be with me, or whatever the case may be, and just be at peace, because you claim I bring you so much peace, and that's why you always here and all this and the third, and just leave them alone. Or either don't leave them alone and leave me alone. He couldn't decide, so I decided for him and left him alone, because he was like, I really want to be with you, but I know I can't afford you. Remind y'all, my rent at the time was $2,800. Just too much shit. And that's the honest thing he could have told me, baby. He can't afford me, because I wish I might be paying $2,800 and a nigga staying here. Man, please. You gonna have to be able to pay their rent. But anyway, he was like, he can't afford me right now. And I was like, okay, respect. We'll just keep dating from outside. But it ended up becoming too much, so I just stopped completely talking to him. So my mama ended up, one night me and my mom was out, we was out hanging out or whatever. And my mom ended up bringing up the accident money. She was like, y'all haven't got y'all money yet from the accident? And I was like, no, I haven't. I was like, but let me just call him and see how he got his money. Remind y'all, it's been like a couple of months we haven't talked at all, period. Haven't said nothing to each other. And if we didn't end bad, we just didn't talk. So I ended up calling him. He was happy as fuck. I called him. He was like, what's up? I was like, nah, how you got your accident money yet? That's what I'm calling about. He said, no, I ain't got it yet, but where you at? I'm finna pull up on you. So I ended up telling him, like, I'm out at this little lounge on Camp Creek or whatever. Man, when I tell y'all, he pulled up so fast within like 10 minutes. I'm like, how you get here this fast? Baby, he was there quick. Like, real fast. So he was like, man, I been thinking about you, did that and third. Whatever came up, remind y'all, I'm sure you have, because it was just how you go from talking to somebody, hang with somebody every day, to not talking to them at all. So I'm sure you have. But fast forward, a little later on, I found out the day that I called him, he was at the U-Haul place moving his stuff out of Kiki's house. So they ended up breaking up. Whenever they ended up breaking up, so he was moving his stuff out of Kiki's house. So he felt like that was a sign that I called him. And, you know, he had me feeling the same way. Like, oh, maybe that was a sign. You don't work on yourself. I worked on myself 9 times. But he was like, yeah, I can afford you now. This, that, and the third. So I'm like, oh, you must did get your accident money. But remind y'all, he was making money, though. I'm like, you must did get your accident money. I'm doing it quick. We so fast. I'm trying to rush. I'm like, you must did get your accident money. He like, nah, I ain't got it yet, but I can afford you now. So he ended up coming to my house that night, spending the night or whatever the case may be. And he just didn't leave ever since then. But it was cool to me, because remind y'all, shit, I had feelings for him too, and I still had the same feeling. I just was talking to him. I just was like, no, I can't deal with all that. I got to be at peace. So he ended up coming and not leaving. So I'm like, okay, you can stay here or whatever without us being together, but I don't mind being here for you until you find somewhere to go. He was like, no, we finna be together. I've been waiting on this. I've been ready to be with you. I told you I could afford you now. So I'm like, okay, cool. Or whatever. So now at this point, it all became he had updated me on everything he been having going on in the midst of us not talking or whatever the case may be. And I was like, okay, good, that sounds good. He was like, I've been not praying for people. I've been going viral for praying for people. I was like, oh, that's a real good thing. So I'm thinking, the whole time, I'm thinking God done worked on him for real while he was working on me. Because remind y'all, it was just me and God the couple months we went talking. I think God done worked on him while he worked on me. I was too happy. I'm like, good. Okay, let's go full throttle with it or whatever, because that's a good little plan. You reaching the youth and all that stuff. So we'll go out every day, go pray for people, and just record him, this, and then the third. It had came to a point that I had started praying for people too. But he wouldn't show that part. He wouldn't even send me the videos of me praying for people, so I wouldn't post it. Which was kind of weird to me, but I ain't tripping, because I'm like, that ain't my job. I mean, that ain't what I'm here to do anyway, so I ain't tripping. I was like, I'm just really helping you out. So I had to stop doing everything that I was doing. Remind y'all, God do say be a man helpmate, but be your husband helpmate. Make sure that man is your husband. But why I fucked up is I had stopped doing everything I was doing. Remind you, because my bank account at this point, it was good, because it was just me, God, and work. That's all I was doing, so I was able to save my money. So this before I got the money, the estimate money. So at this point, my bank account was good enough for me to stop working for a little while and just focus on whatever he got going on, which I did. Not doing it again unless I'm married or whatever. So I'm going out with him, pointing to people, praying for people with him, getting shirts and all this stuff made or whatever the case may be. Like just going full throttle with his business besides focusing on me.
She is doing too much too soon for this man, and it's giving he's a hobo-exual, if you ask me. Cause where you stay at, bruh?
That's what he was saying when he was saying on this video, like, oh, I never do her like that. She's such a good girl. This, that, and third. Yeah, men's really be manipulating as hell. Like, how can you say all this, what you still did, what you did to me, but you only said all this stuff on the internet, which was all this what you're saying is true, because I am a very good woman, but you still did what you did to me. So I started to get a little messy. At this point, everybody knowing we back together. Y'all remind y'all, nobody wanted us to be together. Everybody had that we were together because he gave me so much time back then, before we actually got in a relationship. But now they knowing we back talking. So I didn't know if it was the Kiki girl texting me from fake pages, or it was somebody for real. I didn't know who it was texting me from fake pages, but I kept getting messages on fake pages. Like, you know, he do drugs, he steal from girls, and this, that, and third. Remind y'all, I never seen this side of this man ever. To me, he was just like the perfect nigga. But he really was an imposter. Like, he was the imposter of what I wanted. It felt so good dealing with him, because it's like devil will bless you too, and when he bless you, it'll feel good too, because he know he can hear your prayers too, and he know what you want. That's why it's really good to pray in silence. So really, he was an imposter. But I'm like, y'all can't be talking about him. But then I started to just really pay attention, and I just noticed, like, he started smoking a whole lot. He started drinking a whole lot. Like, he'll drink a whole bottle or two in a day, in a couple of hours. I'm like, hell no, what? So I started asking, like, what you got going on? What you going through? Like, did you too much? You started to drink and smoke too much. And I ain't the type to judge, but I am the type to speak up and try to solve a problem and try to see what's wrong. I'm going to speak up. So I'm like, you started drinking, smoke too much. Like, what the hell going on? And why are these folks DM me saying that you do drugs and all that? He was like, man, I don't do no goddamn drugs. I don't do no crack. If I did crack, if I did dope, I won't never eat. Remind y'all, he was not eating at all, period. Like, he was not eating. I used to have to force him to eat, like, eat something before you have a headache or something like that. And I used to pay attention. I used to see, like, he'll blow his nose a lot, or he'll touch his nose a lot, and I'm like, and I go to CVS and stuff and get him cold medicine and all that, because I'm like, why you keep blowing your nose? Is you sick? So he was like, I go get him Mucinex. So he like, yeah, I ain't doing no crack, this and the third. People who do that, they don't eat a lot. So I'm like, you don't eat. So I started paying attention. Now you bothering your nose too much, and it started to bother me. Cause I'm like, nah, this man, hell no. Remind y'all, I just got the DM though. I just got the DM. These folks just put me down like, you know you with a crackhead. I'm like, I ain't with no crackhead. They're like, yes you will. I'm like, no I'm not. Get out my DM. Leave me alone. You got, bro, for real. You got just laugh to keep from crying because ain't no way I went through this. But really, that was just like, that was the devil. Like, I was so into it. I was so in tune with God at that point. Like, I was doing so good. I was just like on it. Like, I was in that Bible. I was in that closet. I was in prayer. I was just on it. The devil just came to distract me. And the whole time, I'm thinking, okay, this God, he rewarded me for doing good. I ain't had nothing going on. I've been waiting on my man, this and that third. And why not be with a man who I'm familiar with and who I think is a man of God too? Then I just started seeing so much, y'all. I just started seeing so much to the point, like, he'll start talking about different religions, like, oh, I ain't this religion, I ain't that religion, which is fine because God wants you to be focused on a relationship with him, not too much on the religion side. But, no, you still, like, it was just a lot, y'all. It was just a lot that he just started showing me or whatever. And then he started to get angry. Remind y'all, we never used to argue at all, period. Ever. We have never gotten into an argument. We start arguing. He'll start yelling. He'll start doing too much. I'm like, why are you so angry? And he was like, I ain't angry. I ain't angry. You just always judging me. You just doing this. You just doing that. He started to flip script on me. Then he started going out to the club a lot, like I told y'all how they used to do. Remind y'all, I'm not a club type of person. Like, I like to be in the house. I like to be up on my man. I like to be with my kids. I like to cook dinner, have dinner done by 8. We in the bed by 9:30 or whatever, looking at movies or something. I'm not a club type of girl. So he started going to the club a lot, and that started to bother me. That's when I started to become stressed out. Like, he'll be like, come to the club with me because, you know, I need you there with me. This, and the third. And I'm like, okay, the whole time we at the club, I'm irritated or whatever, and we'll get arguing. But I learned how to adjust to it. Like, okay, let's go to the club, and we're going to the club to spread the word of God. That's fine. Like, you could be in the world, but don't be of the world. It's about not about what you do, it's about how you do it. So we're going to the clubs to spread the word of God and to pray on people or whatever the case may be. We shouldn't be in here drinking. We should be in here. You shouldn't be in here smoking with these people while you on the job. That's not what God said do. It's okay for you to be in this club and spreading the word of God and spreading the gospel, but you're not supposed to be of the world doing rubbish. So at this point, we started to crash heads now, for real, because I'm irritated, I'm frustrated. You ain't got no car. Remind y'all, that's the car we wrecked. So he ain't getting another car since then. So now I'm frustrated, I'm irritated. You always in my car, you fucking up my car, you messing up my tires, and you only getting little money, petty money here to there, like $500 here, $500 there, and you will give it to me, but like you'll give me the whole thing once you make the money. But it's like I got hella shit going on, so this little shit ain't there, and you study fucking up shit. So now I'm hella irritated, like very irritated with this guy. And then I started to look at my account because I told y'all I had put me to the side and just started to work on him to help him out, like get him shirts and all this shit made, like pouring into him and shit like that. He'll give me the money that he will make, but it's still like it's not really adding up or whatever from what I don't spend. So now I'm like, I don't spend a lot of money or whatever the case may be. And no, I'm just spending money, and I feel like I'm the type of person I feel like when I spend a lot of money, that's the devil. Like, baby, that's the devil, because I ain't finna spend that much money. You ain't finna mess with my finances. There's the devil mess with my finances. So I'm like, you the devil. I said, you the devil. Like, no. So it was just so much that we had on started going back and forth about. So now at this point, the accident money came or whatever. I got mine. He didn't get his because I had a lawyer. So now I got my accident money or whatever. And I'm like, okay, let's just go. It was Father's Day. I got my money for Father's Day. I was like, let's go to the cabins. But we ended up going to these little suites with the pools and whatever case may be. I ended up buying him like a whole lot of jewelry and all that. Remind y'all, we got into a wreck in his car, so I felt like I got this money because of your truck, so I ain't tripping about buying you now. I ended up buying him a watch, a necklace, a ring, to the suites for Father's Day. So he happy as hell, y'all. He happy. At this point, remind y'all, I told y'all he didn't used to want to post me, like praying for people and all that stuff. He never wanted to post me doing it. But when I bought all this shit, oh, now you want to post me. Like, thank you, this and third. So when he ended up posting me, the baby mama ended up calling him. Y'all, this is a new baby mama that I knew nothing about. Remind y'all, Atlanta got this little T-Pain on. So they were like, not the real bad, talking to the pastor when he got a baby on the way. So I been had asked him about this baby, and I ain't bring this up in the story yet because he said, I don't got no baby on the way. And that's the only thing I said about it. I let it go. I said, okay, cool. Father's Day, he posted me, the baby mama called and said, I'm in labor. I mean, I had the baby. Yeah, we at the tweets. We on live. We on here live. The baby mama said, she called his phone and said, I'm in labor. I mean, I just went in labor. I had the baby. I could have, like, y'all, but I still cool. I let it slide. I was like, he was like, I got to go to the hospital. I'm like, you ain't going to the hospital tonight. Nah, I don't spend $600 for the goddamn room.
Oop, hold on, because now stuff getting a little too complicated. And her problem is she keep letting shit slide instead of sliding his ratchet ass about her life. Ladies, sometimes we have to look in the mirror and realize we are a part of the problem and no longer can claim victim when you deliberately stay with someone you know is not good for you.
You ain't going to the hospital tonight. I don't give a damn. So he was like, yeah, you right. He was like, he had told the girl, he was like, I'm out right now for Father's Day. I'll be there first thing in the morning. And I saw it now. At this point, my whole night is messed up because it's like you lied to me about having a baby on the way when you could have just been honest with me and let me decide did I want to stick around or not.
Him choosing to stay with her instead of go see his newborn is another red flag all on its own. That should tell you enough about what kind of man he is. But her basically forcing him to stay with her don't make her no better. They both ain't shit at this point. Leave this man alone and get back to your relationship with God and stacking your money. That's exactly what this woman needs to do at this point because this is not going to work out, boo. How do you not see it?
So he like, it was just so much, y'all. Like, I have to really breathe in and out as I'm telling this story because it was just a lot that I did not deserve at all, period. Like, I did not deserve to go through that. I ain't lying. But he was like, yeah, that's the baby with the girl who I was talking to. Remind y'all, this ain't even the Kiki girl who he was just with. So now you don't have the baby on this girl. So no wonder y'all don't goddamn broke up for real and all that as I thought. But now the Kiki girl still calling him, still want him too. So I'm like, man, it's just too much at this point. Like, it's just way too much. But I'm still like, I don't know at what point I was in dealing with this situation or whatever, because I feel like the more you get close, I don't know if it's just me or it's everybody, the more you get close with God, the more vulnerable you be, the more soft you be, the more caring you be, the more kind you be. But it was like I was just way too kind, it was just like, Trill, come on now, you know better than this. You know way better than this. I don't even play, like, I don't even like talking to guys who got kids. I'm like, you know this not you. The club is not you. The kids not you. It's only so much you're going to come on and be like, it's only so much you're going to be like, okay about. Come on now. But again, I still just went on to, like, okay, whatever. He ain't with the baby mama. He got the baby, whatever. We just going to do for the baby. Let's just be in the baby life. The baby mama and I was like, okay, before you go to the hospital, we're gonna get stuff for what the baby need or whatever the case may be, some pampers and stuff, and we'll start getting the baby at the time she can leave from with the mama, like after the 6 weeks. So the mama like, she ain't finna be around my baby. Remind you, I ain't never did that to the girl. She like, the bitch ain't finna be around my baby. This, that, and the third. Cool, cause cool. I got 4 kids. Cool. I don't care about being around nobody children or whatever, but I also don't want to be with a guy who ain't gonna be doing for his children, and the only way he gonna be doing for his children, he gonna be around his children is if I get them. So you gonna have to let me get them or whatever the case may be. So it just became a way too much. But I'm still just like around because at this point he won't go nowhere, and it's like I ain't really forcing him to go nowhere either. So let's fast forward to the point to when I first seen that he was angry. And I y'all too that we all know the same people because we all in the midst of we stay in Atlanta. We all know the same people, and I do hair, so I know everybody. Everybody know Dre. Everybody know me. I know everybody. So one time, me and my client, we used to be talking about our boyfriends or whatever, and was like our guy friends. And 2 times when she got her hair done, he was out of town. So I was like, girl, my man out of town again, honey. So I ain't got nothing to do today. She would be like, he always out of town. So I was like, yes, girl. So I ended up saying his name around her, and she was like, girl, what? She was like, he crazy. I was like, no, he's not. He very sweet. He very lovable. I started to show her pictures and stuff as we hanging out with each other. She was like, y'all look cute. She was like, if he ain't showed you his crazy side yet, then he must have really changed.
Oh my God, how many signs does this woman need? You got people coming out the woodworks telling you, watch out, look out, this man crazy. And oh my goodness, I don't know what to do with her at this point. Because talk about love making you blind. No, love done took all her senses away at this point. I'm convinced that if God came down here himself and told her to leave this man alone, she would not do it.
And I was like, okay, good. In my head, I'm like, okay, he don't change. So, no. People don't really be changed. They just don't be triggered, and they just know how to hide things sometimes. So, but I used to be telling myself, I'm not going to trigger. Remind y'all, I'm so at peace. I'm so kind. I'm so vulnerable. I'm so sweet. I'm so lovable. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm just lovable right now. So I'm not going to trigger you anyway. So I kept telling myself, I'm not going to trigger this man. Do not trigger the man because I already know what type of crazy he is. Like she was telling me like he used to be putting his baby mama in the trunk. He'll lock them in the car, this, that, and the third. But y'all remind y'all, by the time she tell me this part, I'm already deep in. So I can't be like, I'm just going to stop talking to this man because I got feelings now too. But I was like, I'm just not going to trigger him or whatever the case may be. So she was like, if he showed you his crazy side yet, he must really change. So I'm like, okay, I stuck with it and ran. He changed. Now we get to the point of when he started to show me like he ain't changed even if I trigger him or not. So I told y'all we started like the arguing and all this stuff, but it wasn't like a bad argument. It was just like words here to there or whatever case may be. But this one time he was trying to go get remind y'all, he was the type of guy like he was insecure. Funny Mike, he's very insecure. He's a very insecure guy. So it's like I can't be around him more than 5 minutes. So if I go meet my baby dads with the kids, if I go anywhere, he have to go with me, which was fine because I'm the type of person too that I like being around my folks. I like being with my folks all the time. I'm just like that. So this one day, he had to go get some stuff that he left at Kiki's house. She met him. She was going to meet him to get that they'd been going back and forth with for the longest about one bag. She kept sending cash out, like, call me, because he had her blocked on everything. She was like, call me, I'm going to give you your stuff. Then she'll say, I'm not going to give you your stuff. So she finally, this one day, she finally said, I'm going to give you your stuff. Come meet me at the gas station. Or whatever the case may be. So he was like, I'm finna go meet her at the gas station, go get my stuff. So I said, all right. He was like, no, the hell you not, Ryan. No, he was like, no, you're not, Ryan. She said, don't bring you. She said, don't bring me. 1, in my car. 2, and you saying I'm not gonna ride, but you the same nigga who wanna, we can't go, man, we can't even go to the stop sign at the top of the street without each other. And you telling me I can't ride? Do I look like a motherfucking fool? I might have been playing the fool or seeming like a fool, but I'm not a fool for real, in real life. Come on now with the joke. So at this point, we get into a bad argument. He's like, I just want my stuff and you better motherfucking move so I can go get it. I need my shit. This and that third. So he pulled a gun out. Just like that, y'all. I'm standing there just like that. I'm not moving. I'm riding. I'm not moving. You can pull the trigger. You can goddamn beat my ass. You can do all that. But I'm not moving. I'm riding in this car. So I ended up saying, actually, never mind, just go and go, because they're really too bad. The neighbors coming outside or whatever, just go and go. I ain't really tripping about you going. So then he got to a point like, okay, you so right, you could ride. I'm like, oh no, I'm good, go ahead, because now at this point, you done did the most about going to go pull up on this girl by yourself, to the point I don't like you no more. Like, I don't like you at all no more, because I don't even play like that. So it's like, now my whole feelings that I had for you, like, it was so up here, it's down here now. I don't remember the first incident where I seen he was like still an angry bird, but he never put his hand on me. So cool. He ended up going, his cousin, he talked to his cousin a lot. They stay in Vegas. So he ended up going to Vegas. Remind y'all, I was so happy that he went to Vegas, because I felt like I was finally back at peace in my house, because he was stressing me out. So him, I wasn't doing none of that. While he was gone, I was just so happy that he was gone. So y'all, why you ain't called me? You must have been with a nigga. You must have been doing that. I'm like, nah, I just been letting you enjoy yourself. You know, while you're on vacation, this and third, I ain't been wanting to get on your nerve. Remind y'all, baby, I'm so happy. So he was like, I'm thinking about just staying up here, just moving up here. Just thank God, praise God. I was like, yes, that might be a good idea, a good start or whatever. He was like, you need to come up here and see me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna come for the weekend. But I ended up calling the cousin, like, oh, they got Funny Mike pulled over. I don't know what's going on, but you need to go check on him or whatever. Did like 2 days before I came, so someone was telling me, like, don't go up there because they got too much going on. But I end up, and I was just thinking to the word, like, I'm not just gonna go or whatever the case may be. But he ended up convincing me to just come and go, because he was just doing too much. Like, yeah, you with a nigga, that's why you ain't call, you ain't text me, you been having some shit going on, that's why you went to go get you. Oh, hold on, y'all. The second incident, when I seen he was too much, I ended up going to go have surgery. In the midst of me having surgery, we flew there. He went with me. In the midst of me, after me having surgery, that's when the plane system and all that, the airport system and all that went down. So when no flights going out. So I ended up getting a rental car to drive back. So in the midst of us going back home in a rental car, he shows out on me again. He on the expressway, he like going crazy. Remind y'all, he ain't have no weed. He had no smoked out his weed. So I feel like he was relapsing. But he ended up going crazy on the expressway, just like doing too much. Remind y'all, my body hurt like hell. Like, I'm in so much pain. I can't even say that. I'm trying to go to sleep. He driving crazy. He doing all this type of stuff. So, he ended up pulling over real quick, jumping out. And I ended up jumping out on the side of the expressway, because I'm like, no, you're not finna kill me in this car, and you're not finna, you going crazy. He like, bitch, get back in that car. Get in that car. B.I.T. said, get in that car. I said, let's go. I said, you didn't let me drive because you're too angry to drive. Then from that one spot, we only probably got down the expressway, probably like 2 seconds in back on the expressway. The police pulled him over. When the police pulled him over, he ended up coming down. This how you know when people know what they're doing. He ended up coming down real quick. Like, you went so upset, you went so angry, all that no more. So you calm down. So he was like, I should be good, but I don't know, because one D like a warrant out on me or something. I'm like, why would they have a warrant out on you? But I let it slide around, y'all. He just had cussed me out, and that's probably why they got a warrant out on you. But he was like, I might finna go to jail because they might got a warrant on me, this and third. He ended up going to jail, but he ended up going to jail because his license was suspended. Here I go. It's giving so always just trying to be there for people. I followed the police to the jail, get off the exit, follow the police to the jail, go pay his bond, get him out. So he was like, when he got out, he was like, I just really want to tell you, I'm so sorry for treating you like that, for talking to you like that. He was like, could you left me in jail, but you really didn't, and I really appreciate that. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna learn how to control myself. He was just saying all this stuff. So then, fast forward back to when everything started back being good a little bit. We went Oregon, all that no more. So he wanted to go get the stuff from the girl, back to that story. And he go crazy again. This the next episode he had before the real episode. So he go crazy again, pulling out the gun and all that stuff. And I'm like, at this point, this my last time dealing with it, because I don't deserve that. I don't do never treat you good, and I ain't finna keep allowing myself to be mentally abused. I'm I'm not finna do that. Cause it was the arguments, like, it just had got terrible. Yeah, after that point, I just completely stopped liking him. Like, I just stopped liking him. But then he ended up going to Vegas, and I was so happy that he went to Vegas. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna probably move up here, which I just told y'all. And I'm like, good, okay, cool. But he convinced me to come up there and see him. So I ended up going up there to see him, or whatever the case may be. When I got there, everything was so perfect and so fine. When I first landed, I had got a little message. I'm gonna post it too. He also had the hotel decorated when I got.
Y'all can pause the video to read this long text if you want to.
Y'all, so I have made it here, and I am so nervous and scared because I was already got that plane to see my man. But he like, baby, I sent you a black truck. I sent you a truck to come get you because I'm trying to finish setting up the house. I'm so scared, y'all, because like, what he got planned? He is showing out. I ain't gonna show y'all what I got when I landed. It was so sweet. I feel like I'm gonna cry with that little surprise. Baby, he's showing out so bad. Okay, Pastor. Like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I can't believe this. It's so nice. So we just vibing. I'm like, okay, cool. He really did miss me. I like this cool. We just vibing all night. I posted on Instagram, the hotel room, because it was so cute to me. Like, he had just put a little, it wasn't much again, but he had a baby mama saying, this baby mama from Father's Day. They started calling when she seen Father's Day too. She started calling, he on the phone with her, just going back and forth about it or whatever. So I ain't saying that this whole night, y'all, because I'm like, baby, I'm so happy right now. I don't give a damn what's going on. I'm in this bubble bath. I'm relaxing, kicking back, baby. I'm at peace right now. I don't care what he talking about at this point. So cool. Let that slide, let that ride. The next morning, it's like 6 o'clock. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. She's still calling. So he wake me up out my sleep. He didn't actually physically wake me up out my sleep, but he wake me up out my sleep because they going back and forth. So I get up, I put on me some little pajamas or whatever, and I started to search on my phone hotels nearby, because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I gotta go. I can't keep dealing with it. I don't feel like hearing this. It's too early in the morning. So I'm like, Fun might take me to another hotel. He was like, why you want to go to another hotel? I was like, because I don't feel like keep hearing that. Y'all getting on my nerve. So at that point, he snaps. But he's still on the phone with her. And I'm like, why'd you even keep answering the phone for her when she already done went to go put you on child support? She done went to go do this. She said you can't see the baby. It's no reason to keep talking to her. She just want to keep calling at this point because she see that I'm here or whatever the case may be. So he started to go off like, who leave? Everybody can leave. Everybody can get out of my life. Did it in a third. So I'm like, just calm down. So in the midst of us, when we used to argue, like the argument we done previous had, I had learned how to calm him down. Like, so the strategy that I used to use to calm him down was like, I give him a hug, or I tell him I love him, or stuff like that to calm him down. Try the strategies like, okay, I'm not gonna leave, I'm gonna stay. I just want you to hang up the phone. I'm sorry, I love you, or give me a hug. I'm not against you. She just getting on my nerves. It ain't your fault. Like, I was just trying all the different strategies that I used to, like, that did work, but it did not work. It did not work this morning. The more he yelled, the more angry he got. Like, it was just like you could just tell that the demons in him was just getting active. At this point, he goes to the living room. He started like to throw shit, like throw glass and all that stuff, and then he opened the door. He was like, he off the phone with the baby mama at this point. So now he just coming at me because I said I'm finna leave. So now he just coming at me like going off, like real bad. So he was like, HOE, I throw you over this balcony. I promise you, I throw you over this balcony today. BITCH, I don't like you. I hate you. This and the third. He was going, oh, I'm still trying to say something. I'm still trying to say, like, trying to use stuff to calm him down. Like, I'm just trying to say anything at this point. Like, baby, I love you. Baby, okay. This not our argument. You don't let this girl come between. Like, it was just so much. But I'm so calm with saying because he's so angry. He was like, shut up. He was like, bitch, shut up. Shut up right now. Shut up. So every time I try to say something, he'll say, shut up. Shut up. He was like, so that's how I kept talking, because every time I say something, he'll say, shut up. And bitch, I said, shut up right now. If you say another word, I'm going to throw you over this balcony. You remind y'all, we on like the 50th floor. I can't let this man kill me. I can't let him kill me today. So he ended up going, but his demon was so active. If he would have killed me, he wouldn't, I don't even know how to explain it, but it wasn't even him. So he ended up going to the back in the room, to the bathroom, to do, I think, to get some tissue or something. And at that moment, I know I had to go. I had to get out that hotel room, because if I did not get out that hotel room, I would be gone. So I had to go. So I ran out. I ran out in the hallway. When I ran in the hallway, he runs out behind me. And I was like, he ran out behind me, still going crazy. And I'm like, I'm not going nowhere. I just need to come in the hallway and go walk for a minute while you calm down. I just need to go get fresh out. I'm not going nowhere. Just leave me alone right now while you calm down. So, no. He like, get back in this room right now. Get back in the room right now. So I'm like, no, I'm not going back in that room. At this point, because I knew I couldn't go back in that room. I could not go back in that room. If I would have got back in that room, I would have been. I could not. I don't know if y'all know how it is for a demon to be active in a person when they can't control themselves. They can't control them. That's the demon is controlling them. That's how it was. I feared for my life. I'm like, I can't go back in there. So it was a white man in the hallway, and I tried to hurry up and go by the hallway, because he was going down the elevator. So I tried to hurry up and go by him. So he started to say, I promise you, if somebody come in the hallway, I'm gonna beat you in them. I'm gonna beat you in them. Remind y'all, he hadn't put his hand on me yet. Like, even at back in Atlanta, he did not put his hand on me. He'll just always get in my face and get angry, but he never hit me. So he's like, I'm gonna be but at this point, them demons active, so he might just go there. So he was like, if somebody come in the hallway, I'm gonna do something to you and them. I'm gonna do something to you and them. He was like, get back down here. So I'm walking slow. Still walking up the hallway trying to get to the man. So by the time I get to the man or whatever, he grabs me by my hair.
Child, this is giving straight up Diddy and Cassie vibes. This is too much. Ain't no way this man is a pastor. It's not giving pastor at all. At all.
I had a ponytail. Y'all seen on the video. I had a ponytail in my head. He grabbed me by the ponytail and dragged me back down the hallway, but the ponytail ended up coming off. Ooh, the ponytail ended up coming off or whatever. So I was able to run back up the hallway. So when I ran back up the hallway, a black couple came outside, a man and a girl. And I was like, can y'all please help me, please help me, please help me.
Help me, please. Come on. I know, baby. Help me, please. She said just help her. Please help her.
Hey, I don't got nothing to do with that. You better not talk to me.
Baby, stop.
Let him go.
Go ahead. Go downstairs. You won't go downstairs.
Remind you, we're in Vegas though, and people do get drunk and do all that stuff in Vegas. And sometimes, whether you're in Vegas or not, people just don't want to get in a relationship in. But at this point, pleading, can you please help me? So I was hiding behind the guy, and his girlfriend was like, get from behind him. Get from behind him. Y'all gone. This, that, third. So I'm trying to run their hotel room because they got their dog. I'm trying to run their hotel room to get away from him. So she was like, get from behind him. We're not hip, this, and third. So they ended up going back in their room. So down the hallway. So now I'm being choked down the hallway. But I finally get to a point. We finally get to the end of the hallway before our room, because our room was like in one door, then we had to go to another door. So we finally get to the end of the hallway, so I end up grabbing the corner of the door. But he still got me, he's still choking me. So in the midst of him choking me, in the midst of me grabbing the door, I'm pulling my body one way, and he pulling me another way, choking me. So it's like I'm gasping for air, I can't breathe. So at this point I started begging him, like, please, just don't kill me, please don't kill me. So at this point he couldn't even stop. Like, he couldn't even stop. He wouldn't stop. I don't know if all I could just say, it was the demons in him, because I realized that it wasn't even a fight between me and him. There was a spiritual fight. So the demons were just like, it's like a person, it comes to a point like him himself, he might like me, but his demons hate me. That's what started to be like, making me start to feel insecure. He started to mentally me. It was like the demons in him hated me. So at that point when he was choking me, I'm like, please, just don't kill me. Don't kill me. Like, I'm begging him not to kill me, but he choked me so bad he would not stop. And it was so swollen or whatever. And I started like to pee on myself. That's how bad he was choking me. I was peeing. I was like, I gotta pee. Please stop choking me. I could barely breathe. But I'm still holding on to this door for dear life, because I could not get back in that room, y'all. I could not get back in that room. If I get back in that room, it's over with for me. And all I was thinking about, like, I gotta live. So I was just like, God, thank you for even saving me. But then it was this girl and this other man. It was this girl and this other guy had came in the hallway in the midst of him choking me. And I'm like, help, but I can't be so loud. So then they finally seen me. They ran down there. I'm like, nigga, let her go. So I finally was able to go. The girl took me in her hotel finally to get away from him. He ran back down to the hotel. By the time he ran back down to the hotel, he ended up taking of course I got out of the hotel, leaving everything in there. I had to left all my jewelry. So he left my jewelry. He took my jewelry and he left my glasses. So the police finally ended up coming.
Oh, no. What happened to, and I quote, if somebody call me in this hallway, I'm going to do something to you and them. Yeah, alright. He ain't nothing but a little punk who ran as soon as a man stepped to him. Let's just keep it real.
To the girl room or whatever, taking pictures of me. And they called the ambulance or whatever, because my neck was so swollen. So they called the ambulance to do my vitals and stuff to make sure I'm okay. They ended up doing the police report. They ended up taking pictures and all that of me. And in Vegas, they got like a little law of a domestic violence law. If one other party have to go to jail for 12 hours when it's a domestic violence situation or whatever, because they seemed like I was bleeding and all this stuff. So they didn't take me to jail. They ended up putting one out on him. And then after the police had took pictures and all that stuff of me, the hotel had seen how he had damaged the hotel. He had broke some stuff in the hotel, like they wine glasses, the counters, and all that stuff. So they ended up saying stuff about their property too. So that was on the police report. So he had a warrant or whatever. So I ended up going back to the airport and getting up out of there the same day, and I ended up going back home or whatever. He ended up staying. Once I get back home, he called me. He all on.
Feel free to pause this and read it if y'all want to.
Or whatever, but he had a warrant, so he ended up coming back to Atlanta. When he came back to Atlanta, he staying with me. His stuff still at my house. So I'm like, if you give me my jewelry, you can get your stuff, and I just want us to be done for, but come get your stuff. he never wanted to do that. So I'm like, okay, at this point, I'm not even worrying about the jury. I get some more jury. That's nothing. I'm not worrying about the jury no more either. Just send somebody to come get your stuff out my house. He didn't want to do that. So I ended up going downtown to get a TPO out on him and whatever it called for him not to come back to my house or whatever. So in the midst of me going downtown to the courthouse to do that, I seen one of his homegirls that he cool with in the courthouse or whatever. And I guess she told him that she seen me down there or whatever. So when I come outside of the courthouse, from filing TPO and all that, guess who out there? Guess who out there waiting on me to come out? Him and his baby mama. They just sitting by my car waiting on me to come out the door. Let me upload that video. So yeah, he jumps out like, where my stuff at? Yeah, at this point he just want to say something because I've been begging you to come send somebody to get your stuff, come get your stuff. You just want to say something. But it was so weird that you was sitting right here stalking me with your baby mama. So then I'm like, I'm finna call the police. So I start calling the police, but he had pulled out his gun on me.
50 feet by me and he don't supposed to be right here. Oh, I got a lot of them. I got a lot of them. Yeah, he was supposed to be right here. He 50 feet in front of me. He 50 feet in front of me. And he got a gun out. He got a gun out and everything.
But this the same baby mama who I had said he had beat up because she wouldn't let me get in the car. So at this point, she having a ball that the tape was gonna turn. But at the end of the day, you kind of weird because why are you down here with him? I don't know. Everybody more different, but anyway, yeah. So he ended up pulling off after I called the police. So I ain't see him no more after that. He ain't come to my house, and he ain't say that to me or whatever. So I ended up going to my homegirl little boy party at this kid's place, and by coincidence, it was his little boy party too. So they ended up coming like 2 hours after I was there, or whatever the case may be, and they ended up coming for the baby party. I seen the baby mama at first, the same little baby mama who just down there with him. I seen her at first. She had no attention. I just kept playing with my baby, kept doing. A couple minutes later, I want to say like 10 minutes later, he walked in. I instantly get on the phone and call the police. So you can get this TPO served to you or whatever. So he just laughing. I guess they was telling him like, oh, drilling now, you need to leave this and the third. So he just laughing like, oh, I'm good. She ain't gonna do that. I'm good. So now at this point, nigga, you playing in my face. You playing in my face again. He just laughing. I'm like, okay. So the whole time he laughing, I'm on the phone, but he not knowing that I'm on the phone with the police because I'm playing it off. I'm laughing like I'm on the phone with one of my homegirls, but really I'm on the phone with the police, telling them to come serve him because he here, or whatever the case may be. So the police finally got there. He take off running, and he run down the road to a restaurant or whatever the case may be. And in the midst of him running down the road to a restaurant, he get into it with somebody at the restaurant. He ended up catching him or whatever the case may be. So he ended up getting more charges for that. Then he ended up going to jail. Thank God. And let me tell y'all something. I would stick to y'all for mine, because I wasn't going to that party either. I supposed to been out of town. Something told me, do not go out of town and go to that party, y'all. I swear to God. I don't know what. When you don't run down there and get into it with these folks, you get another charge put on you. And you go to jail. The baby mama, they all on Instagram like, yeah, we paid his bond. The baby mama and his little face was, yeah, we paid his bond. Girl, they were going in on me. We paid his bond. He ain't sent on no bond, but remind y'all, this the bond for when he just did that at the party. Not for me. So boom, they paid their bond. So they like, yeah, he on the way. They paid his bond. They like, yeah, he on the way. He finna get out. This, that, and the third. He'll be out tonight. So I'm like, okay. So I tell the detective that's in Vegas, Clay County got him. So the detective in Vegas was like, okay, I'm finna call down there to the jail and say, tell them that we got an emergency hold on him. he can't be released. But I didn't put that on. I ain't say nothing. I just let them talk what they want to talk on that app. I wasn't saying that, no, this, that, and the third. So I was like, okay, cool. So now at this point, I'm knowing you ain't getting out. Because Vegas on the way to come get you on this warrant that you got. But they ain't knowing that. So they pop that shit. He ain't do this, he ain't do that. The same way a person will lift you up, they'll bring you down. Correct? Because at this point, when I will lift him, but all bets was off when he down there. Are y'all slow or y'all retarded or what? So, yeah, he just sitting there. He think he finna get out. They got him real low like he finna get out too. So everybody on Instagram popping. Boom. The hole hit him. The hole hit him. Like, oh, sorry, you ain't getting out, sir. Sorry, you ain't getting out, sir. So now they back on Instagram again, like, about no hole. Soon he get a bond. We're gonna pay that bond too. He'll be out. This, that, and the third. And I'm like, I promise you he ain't getting out. He ain't getting out this time. But I'm still not saying that. I'm just letting them have it. Because sometimes you gotta just let people have it. And let God fight your battles or whatever. So boom. Now they get to posting these videos. I'm finna post the video. They get to posting this video on Instagram of what he had said the day he had got locked up.
His birthday party, my son's birthday party. Drill was there. I seen her. I said nothing to her. Next thing you know, officers came in, and now I am in the backseat of the police car.
So yeah, that was the video of that he got locked up. And now y'all see he's saying, I seen Drill and I ain't do nothing to her. But y'all just heard the whole story of what he did to me. How the hell did you think you were gonna get away with down there finna kill me? So they was like, everybody on Instagram like, she lame, yeah, for calling the police. But he wasn't lame here when he was finna take me away from my children. And I just want to tell y'all, like, don't ever let nobody tell y'all it's lame to call the police, because it's gonna be either you or them. And you're gonna have to have a track history of if you do something to these men from hitting on you, you need a history. You need a police history so you can get away with it, baby. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. I don't care what they say. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Anyway, hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta go curl my hair. Be right.
She's definitely right about that, ladies and men. We should document it all. Keeping everything on record is what will save you in the long run.
It's just so funny how they was just going hard on Instagram on me. But after she paid his bun, she was like, yeah. The sister paid his bun. She was like, yeah, my brother ain't seen on a bun. As long as it's on my watch, he ain't gonna be seen. If he got a bun, he gonna be right out. He'll be out tonight. She going in. I was everything to her but Drill in the child of God. She was like, God got the last say, so God don't play about his children. God this, God that. You so right. That's why I was just like sitting back unbothered, letting God handle this better, not saying the word while y'all was popping it. And God did just that. So now he's in Vegas in jail. 2-3 days after she paid the bond, and he was on the way, but when nothing on the way but the van from Vegas to pick him up. Anyway, so yeah, he gets to Vegas finally. Couldn't tell them I was a child of God, baby, because I was the child of the devil. I was so evil. I was this, I was that. Baby, they were having a field day. And here go me right here, heading down now to testify. Because who gonna do something about it? Who gonna check me? Who gonna do me something? Nobody. Anyway, so I get down there. I really go for no reason, because by the time it was time for court, the state had already picked it up. Once they seen the videos from the hotel and all that, they had already picked it up, so I really didn't even have to go. But I just still went, had a good time in Vegas. I'm here to testify. But anyway, so yeah, I went down there. They had scheduled him for a later court date 3 weeks after then. So they ain't saying that no more. Ain't nobody else got nothing to say. He ain't got nothing to say. He getting on Instagram like, can y'all donate to me $1 or anything that'll help? Why you didn't think about that when you bit the hand that fed you? Like, why do y'all bite the hand that be feeding y'all and then turn around and need to be fed again? That's stupid. It was just going back to it when it was like, he just using her, this, that, and I really believe God used me in this story. That's why I made it out, because he was using me and he carried me through and I completed the mission. But anyway, so back to it. Now he just invaded. We just waiting on a court date. The court date came, and the people who was doing all that talking on Instagram didn't show up. So where was y'all at? Oh, spent all your money on a bun that you didn't even have to pay. Now, for real, let me stop playing, because for real, even though when people do you wrong, you still have to move gracefully and let God handle them. So let me just stop. But yeah, okay, y'all. So yeah, that was technically the end of the story. He ended up getting sentenced to 2 to 4 years in prison, so he did not get out. He was guilty on aggravated assault with strangulation or whatever. And I just want to tell the girls, the young girls, the older girls, whatever girls, do not let a man manipulate you. You are beautiful. Do not let him mentally abuse you. Definitely don't let him physically abuse you. Don't let him do anything of that nature to you. Go on with your life. If it gets to that point, move on with your life. Like, it's so many more men out here that will treat you so good, treat you so right, that will love all of you correctly. So y'all get up, get going, and walk out a nigga life just like this, and let him fight his own demons by himself. And go be you. Go be beautiful. Go be worthy. Go be deserving to a man that's deserving of you. Bye. I love y'all. Stay strong. Stay blessed. The end. Good night.
Okay, y'all. So here's the pastor. Okay, y'all. So here's the pastor, doing his thing. This is what he looked like. He don't look pastorish to me. I don't know. Don't ask me what the hell pastor's supposed to look like. But he looked like a young YN to me. he look a little too young for me. But we age gracefully. So I can't judge him too harshly. But tell me that's not a YN. He giving YN all day. But anyways, this YN pastor had his own little snapback. He had something to say and he gave his little piece on it. I think he went live with somebody or something. I don't know. But here's what he had to say, y'all.
It's recordings. I never hit this girl. If I hit the girl, I would tell y'all, I hit the girl. Yeah, she made me mad. I would never put my hand on her because I love her too much. Man, that girl done been too good to me, man. I get on live and say how good she been. Ain't no another girl ever been that good to me than she had been. See what I'm saying? I'm talking about, like, I'm with her at her lowest. She with me at my lowest. You get what I'm saying? Right. And when everybody else hating on me, she the only one that motivated me. Like, hey, man, you can do this. Keep praying, man. Don't give up. And that's what made me go harder. Like, man, you know what? You right. Let me go ahead and pray some more. Let me pray some more. But God is showing me in the season where I'm at, get what? Evidently, he just want me to be alone. Yep. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, everybody got hurt. Everybody got pain. I know Shotty been in a relationship. I know her baby daddy to beat her ass and do all this. I would never do her like that. I don't want to put her through the same pain and drama that these folks put her through. You get what I'm saying?
What y'all think it is? Like, y'all got to tell me, what do y'all think of this? Because this is a mess, if you ask me. 7 months ago, I got a wake-up call. When the police got to me, they said, thank God you had on your seatbelt, because most accidents we've seen like this end deadly. Oh, but the thing is, I didn't. And the other truck knocked us into the wall. But thank God for protecting me. How can I not praise him proudly when I survived a deadly accident without even one broken bone and was able to still walk, talk, and see right after a major impact? The seatbelt didn't save me. The Holy Spirit was present. Hallelujah. Amen to that. The love I have for God is personal because the love he has for me is real. Thank you, Jesus. Don't get me getting into preaching up in here, okay? Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hey y'all, good morning. I'm back with an update. Excuse my voice because I left it so long too long, honey. But let's get into it. First I want to just say thank you for all the encouraging words and DMs and messages, and also to the ones who DM me saying thank me for sharing my testimony. Y'all really needed it. It really helped and essential. You guys welcome. I also want to thank the sinners who judged me, who didn't righteously judge me. Thank you as well. I don't know how I left out the accident part, or I made a mistake and cut it out when I edited it because I'm new to this and I told y'all that to work with me. But this was the accident that we had got into. It was really bad, but God is really good. That's all I can say. Like, God really, really, really always with me. But what had happened this night was I had been telling him that I want to get a hotel room decorated. I want to experience that. So he ended up getting a hotel room, getting it decorated, giving me flowers and stuff. We ended up spending a little time at the hotel, had dinner and all that, and then we eventually went out that night. On the way back, a car hit us from the back and kept going. But God said life should keep going too, so all glory be to him. But yeah, this accident was like a really wake-up call to me because it was my first one, and it was very scary. And I must say, all pastors date before they find a wife. How can you find a marriage without dating? Like, make it make sense. And it says that you should not have before marriage, not date before marriage. Also, we don't even supposed to be kissing before marriage. That's why it says at the altar, you can now kiss your bride. So yeah, y'all let that go. Honey, stop acting like y'all don't have common sense. People date, including pastors. And to the comments that said, why would you take a 4-month baby to the aquarium? As y'all see, she was interested. So why can't I? Y'all have y'all 1-year-old baby parties that they don't know nothing about, but this y'all money, y'all baby, right? And to the ones who said something about the shirts, I hate the fact that I'm a great person as well too, but that's just me. When I meet you, whether you're a man, a friend, family, stranger, whatever you may be, in my life, I'ma always try to better your life. I'ma always try to help you get some money. I'ma always do things to try to like help you out in your life. And it have nothing to do with astrology. I keep seeing y'all say what sign you are, this, that, and the third. I don't really believe in that. I believe we are human with emotions. But if I need to say, I'm a Capricorn. But anyway, yeah. And to y'all who's saying something about the Hood and Holy brand, it actually sells, and a lot of people in the world have it trademarked, and they also sell it. So if you want some, just Google Hood and Holy. I posted these pictures of him to show when I first met him. He was very much so healthy. He wasn't on drugs. He was drinking like a drink or two here or there. He'll have a cocktail, but definitely not bottles after bottles after bottles. He was not that person that he turned into. Even though I agree, like, he does so much things that that don't shows his leadership certification. However, we could not say that he's not a pastor, but for real, because he was licensed to be one. Just like we can't say that we're not drivers for real when we get into wrecks and run lights and do things that we shouldn't do as drivers. But however, someone still gave us them driving license. So I can't say that you're not a real driver because you don't know how to drive. But however, I do agree, like, these pastors be out here doing things that they should not be doing. But we cannot tell God who he chooses or who he or not. And it's not our place to judge. We leave it up to God, and God will deal with it, and he'll handle it. And to the comments that said I'm wrong for not letting him go see that baby, I'm 29 years old with 4 kids. I would never stop a man from seeing his children. I'm extra grown. However, she was in the hospital for a whole day before she called him. She had already had the baby, already had been in labor, and didn't let him know. But when she seen these pictures and us on live, she started to call, like, oh, I just had my baby, this, that, third, get down here. So, no, I did not stop him from seeing the baby or seeing her being born. Her mom did. And next thing, this was the jewelry that he stole. No, he did not get a jewelry back, but it's okay. I got more jewelry. And I also started back smiling again. Life have became back beautiful. The sun has been shining extra bright lately. And therefore, I'm not going to even say much as I wanted to say back to the comments, because y'all opinion really don't matter. It reached to it need to reach, and that's all that matter. And what the hell do y'all be thinking? But no, for real, I did not get back with him. I did not talk back to him. That was his first and last time putting his hand on me. I don't even play like that. I might be a fool in love, but I'm definitely not a fool for real. I love my life for real, and I love my kids for real, and I have to for real be here for them to even play around like that. Currently, he's back with the Kiki girl, so yes, let's just all pray for her. And take this story and run with it, though, so you can know that you should go to church for the word and not the pastor. Never forget that. Attend church to receive the word. Do not pay attention to the pastor. Pray before you go to church that you receive the word. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm finna go put me another flight because life does be life as you see. But God love us all. People.
What y'all think about all of this? This was a mess. This was crazy, okay? And I want to know what y'all think about it down below. I've told y'all here and there my opinions, my thoughts, and I can't wrap my head around how we are willing to put up with so much. But I mean, I guess that's, life is trial and error. That's what life is about. Trial and error. How will we learn? How will we get stronger? This is teaching us how to process the good with the bad so we can take it into our future and know how to deal with things better. But overall, I'm not dealing with none of that. Me and Pastor would have been done a long time ago. But love make you do some crazy things. So I ain't finna sit up here and act like I ain't never been stupid for love, because I have. And I'm glad that I went through all that because I've learned from it. And now I know what real love actually is because I dealt with the fake love, if that makes any sense. But yeah, y'all, that's what I got on it. Please, please, please tell me, what are y'all thoughts? What are your opinions? What stood out the most to you in this video? What really just struck a chord with you? Or what could you really just not relate to? Let me know how y'all feeling about all this.